This is conservative talk radio for the Arklatex, Freedom 107. Go ahead and give us a call at 903-793-1071. Here's Jeff Aiken with the Voice of Freedom on Freedom 107.
It is 7:35, 25 minutes away from 8 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. 47 degrees in the Arklatex. Yes, patches of fog. The reason I'm laughing is because what I'm about to get into here, I'm probably going to stir up a nest of hornets, or maybe a nest of mustangs, I don't know. Something got my attention this morning, and this idea, it was an article in the local paper about Red Lake Independent School District. Now, let me say this to you. When I was in the third grade, I believe it is, my parents moved back to this area. My mom's originally from Dangerfield. My dad's originally from the community that used to be called Red Lake. It's now a town called Red Lake. And so I attended Red Lake Elementary School, went on to Hooks Junior High School, Hooks High School, finally graduated. And so I have a lot of family still in the Red Lake area. Enjoyed my time at Red Lake. It was a great school and great folks. I mean, it's going to be hard to find a better school system, in my opinion, than at Red Lake. Now, having said all that, let me get into this a little bit. You know, they had a big meeting, evidently, and they were going over the goals and different things about the school district, which is wonderful. It's a great thing to do. Get people into a room, talk about things. Look, it's your tax money. You should have an input into how it's being spent. But I'm also very disturbed that some things are not talked about that could be the real problem. Give an example. If I'm running a business, and again I go back to my example I've used many times in the past, and I'm making widgets, and my goal is to make the best widget possible. So therefore, everything that I do, everything that I plan, all my goals, all my dreams, should be concerned with making the best widget possible, correct? I mean, that's what you do. There is no point in me talking about how good the coffee is in the office. There's no point in me talking about the color of carpet in the office. It really doesn't concern me that much unless it impacts how well we make widgets. Do you follow where I'm going here? Okay. So, gathering these people together, one person said it was like a prayer meeting. Well, I don't know about that, but, you get people together, they give their input, which is a great thing to do. I think that's wonderful. But if you're not talking about the real issue, what is the point of getting together and talking about things? Here's what I'm talking about. Red Lake Independent School District, and you should do this sometime. Look this up. Simply put into your search engine today, Red Apple Project. And it will show you a website for Americans for Prosperity. Go there and look up your school district and see how well the school district does when it comes to spending your tax dollars. Red Lake they are exemplary when it comes to their district accountability ratings. That's great. That's the highest possible. Okay. They did not report a dropout rate. They did not report the percentage of students that meet the criterion on the ACT, SAT test. 65% of staff are teachers. You heard me. 65% of staff are teachers. It's not too bad. That's probably one of the best percentages in the entire area. The average teacher's salary is $41,882. The average support staff salary is $53,400. The average school administrative salary is $68,100, and central administrative salary is $85,000. That means that teachers are making less, or $11,000 less than other folks, $26,000 less than the administrative salary, and of course $43,000 less than the superintendent. That can be a problem. I see a problem there, obviously. Now, here's where the real problem is. Only 41.7% of revenue is spent inside the classroom at Red Lake ISD. That, to me, again, if we're going to make the best widget possible, wouldn't it make sense that we spend most of our money producing those widgets, right? At Red Lick, only 41.7%, let's round it up to 42, only 42% of their revenue is spent inside the classroom. Where's the rest of the money going? That's where we have problems in the school systems. We're spending way too much money outside the classroom as opposed to inside the classroom. Again, if our goal is to educate students, then shouldn't most of our revenue be spent educating students? Just a thought. And speaking of education, what did our founders say about education? I'm glad you brought that up. In 1787, the Northwest Ordinance said this. As this nation was beginning to expand, the Northwest Ordinance said this. This is about education. Religion, morality, and knowledge being necessary to good government and the happiness of mankind, schools and the means of education shall forever be encouraged. So let's go back to those three things. Are we teaching religion? Are we teaching morality? Are we teaching true knowledge? No. What we're teaching are answers to tests. We're not teaching knowledge. So again, if we're going to break up these little groups and we're going to talk about what is wrong, what our challenges are, and how to improve our school systems, we should be doing that, should we not? As opposed to talking about the color of the carpet, or what color the school is, or what song we're going to sing. That's why they call me Mr. Sunshine. I'm just so tired of this. I'm tired of the pretentiousness that is in our society. You know, look, the emperor doesn't have any clothes on. And it's about time somebody stand up and point and say, excuse me, you are naked, and it ain't pretty. But as long as we continue to stick our heads in the sand and clap and applaud, oh, wasn't that wonderful? Oh, our school is so great. Well, how's your kids doing? Are they learning anything? Or are they just reciting answers to a test? That, my friend, is not true education. Many of us, once we got out of school, really then got educated. Sometimes by choice, sometimes not. But we must begin to focus on true education. That means getting involved in your school. That means getting involved in your school board, going to your board meetings. You talk about being able to affect and having true effect. Man, you get involved in your school, you will have a true effect not only upon that school district, but upon the students coming out of that district.